死んでしまう。
It's Anime Slayer, guys, and I'm back with another video. If you haven't checked my last video, I would definitely go check it out. And also, I would really appreciate it if you could just subscribe and hit that like button. Okay, so in this video about Kimetsu no Yaiba, I'll be discussing why I believe the mark of Yurichi and Tanjiro wasn't a blessing, but why it's more of a curse. So during the chapters about Yurichi's past, his father quoted that the boy was cursed because of the mark on his forehead, which we would eventually know it to become a Demon Slayer mark. Although Yurichi's mother wasn't for this decision and decided for when he hit the age of 10 he would be sent to the temple to become a priest. Yurichi, very much like Tanjiro, share a set of values, strong moral beliefs, understanding, compassion, and wanting to help to the fullest, and wish not to resort to violence, even showing sympathy towards previous demons they have slain. To continue on about Yurichi ending up being a prodigy, and that prodigy ended up being a legend in the future, effortlessly being able to defeat grown men in duels, perfecting the breath of the sun without wasting stamina, and becoming the first person to strike fear into Muzan's heart. So we all witnessed Yurichi wipe the floor with Muzan, and virtually it seemed that Muzan opposed no problem for Yurichi. Yurichi states he's fast and dangerous, but other than that there was no problem, and Yurichi defeated Muzan, or so it seemed. So Yurichi slashed Muzan into 1,500 pieces out of 1,800 pieces Muzan split into. Let me rephrase that. So Muzan split into 1,800 pieces and Yurichi slashed 1,500 of those pieces. And Muzan escaped, and Muzan didn't show his face to Yurichi again. I would say that's more of a cursed fate than a miraculous one. Fast forward a little more, and Yurichi's older brother, Kokushibo, decided to become a demon of his own from Muzan himself. I would go as far as saying since birth Yurichi and Kokushibo were cursed because they grew apart and separate, and eventually Kokushibo obtained his Demon Slayer mark, and he made that decision that changed his life for the worse when he confronts his older brother, who lived past the usual limit, which was 25, and he made it into his 80s. Now Yurichi did defy the odds by doing that, but he's also Yurichi, so he's in a class of his own. But his brother gave his life to Muzan before 25, and we never got to see if he would make it any further, and we never got to see if maybe he chose the path of his brother, would things end up differently. So my point on that is, this curse has always been upon them ever since they were kids. Again, every Demon Slayer besides a few died during the fight with Muzan, and they were all younger than 25 years old, besides the Stone Pillar, and he even died at the tender age of 27. And now with the new twist in the manga, who's to say Giyu won't fall to Tanjiro before 25? They all awaken their Demon Slayer marks during the fight against Muzan. Also, side note, Yurichi's family was massacred by demons, and Kokushibo left his path to become a demon. Ironic? Not really. That's because they are cursed. Now fast forward to Tanjiro. The first episode, we see Tanjiro's family get murdered and his sister Nezuko become a demon. Doesn't seem to be a lucky guy at all. Actually, Tanjiro's father also died of an illness, and Tanjiro's father, I believe, had the mark of his own, but due to sickness, his mark began to fade as his will of fire died out with him. More on Tanjiro as we see him deal with hardship throughout the series, and we always look at Tanjiro as the person who will rise above, achieve new limits, and accomplish his goal against Muzan. He died before Muzan even lost during the fight. And then Muzan puts his remaining life into Tanjiro, as we see in chapter 201. If that's not a curse or just plain bad luck, then I really don't know what to say. You're saying we get all of this for Tanjiro basically to get his whole goals and plans shitted on by Muzan for him to escape by just a hair again, just like the battle with Yurichi. We can even talk about Muichiro, who is a direct descendant from Kokushibo, who had a twin brother who died at the age of 11, and Muichiro also died at the tender age of 14, who also unlocked his Demon Slayer mark. I'm starting to believe that this mark really isn't a blessing, but it is a curse. This story I don't believe is supposed to have a very happy ending, because it never has. Everything takes a turn for the worse when we get so close, no matter how much research, no matter how much skilled pillars or motivation the Demon Slayers seem to have, it never seems to prevail for the darkness of Muzan. Not even the brightest of suns, which was Yurichi, can cover all the darkness. So thank you guys for tuning in, and tell me what you think about my theory about the demon slayers being cursed. I don't think it's coincidence. I think that they all are cursed, and this story really isn't supposed to have a happy ending. It gets us to the edge every single time, but it just doesn't prevail. So it's going to be awesome to see where they go after this chapter 201. If you haven't checked out my previous videos, definitely go check them out. I explain a little bit more into some theories about what could potentially happen to Tanjiro and where it could go from there. I broke that down into 3 theories, and that is either they find a cure, Yushiro finds a cure or has a cure from Tamio. Nezuko knows something about the cure herself, maybe. My second theory is they do more research on the blue spider lilies, because that wasn't really talked about anymore, and no evidence about that doctor was ever obtained because Muzan even regrets the decision himself of killing the doctor. So no information on the blue spider lilies is around right now, or so we think. And there's a whole world besides Japan that could potentially be demons, so this could potentially even get deeper and maybe even enter into some like Hunter x Hunter type of vibes, because now we look at Gon and Killua, and they were all in the Hunter exams and doing stuff in their world. Later to find out at the end of the episode, there's a whole new world of whole new monsters who have insane power levels, and it continues on from there. And it was a good way to continue on the story, which is what I think could potentially happen with Demon Slayer. And then my third theory was Tanjiro basically shits on everyone. He slays Giyu. Now maybe he even slays Inosuke and Zenitsu, which would be very, 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 very dark, but I doubt that is to happen. I believe Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Nezuko, and the rest of the pillars that are alive are going to train, get even stronger, in hopes to take down Tanjiro, but I don't believe they're going to try to kill him. Well, at least I don't believe Nezuko is going to try to kill him. I think she's going to do the same exact thing that he did for her, and spend her life and dedicate her life trying to get her brother back into a human, just like he did for her. So thank you guys for tuning into this video about my theory on why the Demon Slayer mark is a curse and it's not a blessing. And where do you guys think that Kimetsu no Yaiba is going to go from here? Do you think it's going to take a turn for the worst? Think it's going to get really dark, and you know, maybe it's not fit for some viewers because people are soft, but I really think if you indulge in this, it can get really deep and become something different and awesome. So I would definitely give it a chance, because the mangaka is a great writer, and don't sleep on her. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Again, I would appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and click that like button. It helps a lot. Also, if you can, just hit the notification buttons, and I'll come out with way more videos, way more content. I'm trying to drop a video every day or every 2 days just to keep you guys in the loop. Thank you guys. Anime Slayer out.